Good evening, my Trues Clues aficionados. I hope you all are doing well out there tonight, taking care of yourself, looking out for each other. If you're seeing something, saying something, ready to step up and do what you got to do. I do want to talk to you about an update on a case I had previously discussed in one of my, gosh, this is shocking, like they're not all shocking. It took place in July of last year in Australia. A woman by the name of Erin Patterson, who was divorced and had invited her husband's family to come over, sister-in-law, ex or whatever, and their husband, and then the in-laws, parents. So there was 5 people who came. And the pastor came. I don't know where he fits in anything, but the husband was supposed to come. He did not come. Everybody who went to lunch enjoyed it. It was a beef bourguignon or something like that. I don't think it was that same thing, but it had a pate mix in it that contained mushrooms, and you couldn't taste the mushrooms because the pate hid the taste so well. Good evening, my Trues Clues aficionados. I hope that you are doing well out there, getting ready for this holiday season. It's gearing up fast, whether you're ready for it or not. It's certainly coming on. I hope that you'll be watching out for yourself, watching out for others, willing to say something if you see something. And tonight's case is an update that I want to talk to you about. It is about Erin Patterson. Back in July, she ended up having a nice lunch for her ex-husband's family. Hers, the sister-in-law, brother-in-law, father-in-law, mother-in-law, and the pastor all came over. They enjoyed a beef meal that had some pate in it. And in the pate, there was this mushroom mix. Everybody enjoyed it. They had a good time. I don't know. I'm just saying. And after a while, they all started to feel badly. They ended up going to the hospital. 3 of them bottomed out and expired. 2 people managed to survive just by the skin of their teeth. Because what they ate was death cap mushrooms. And these mushrooms are exactly that, very deadly. When you do get them so far into your system, there's really no way to fix it or correct it. You just got to write it out and hope that you survive. So they came, they ate, they became ill. 3 of them expired, 2 of them survived. People found it very suspicious because there is a history of her trying to off the ex-husband. I guess there's 3 different occasions where she may have used poison as well to try to get rid of him. So I'm not sure if she was happy that they were not together or happy because she wanted to win something out of the whole thing. I don't know. But anyway, I'm sure all of that will come out. They went to her house with a search warrant. They looked through everything. They checked the cars. They looked for, anything where they might be looking up things on electronic devices, looking for recipes or whatnot, checking her kitchen devices to see if she may have used any fresh mushrooms that she tried to pulverize herself, because she said the mushrooms she used in the dish came from an Asian market. They were powdered and she had had them for a while, had no idea that there would be any consequences to suffer from using these mushrooms. Okay. And then when you look into it, she does have a past history. I mean, people who like this mode of operandi have a love affair with it. Like they really like this thing. They like to do it again and again. So there is something to be said for the mode of operandi that she's using and the fact that there could be a past history with that. Very creepy and very strange. So, and she's very smart, but nobody's ever smart enough to always get away with murder. I'm sure some people do, but not everybody does. No matter how smart you are, there's usually something that they can use to connect you. So I guess they were in the house for a long time. She stood there and she witnessed everything that went on. And then they took her in, they interrogated her for 3 hours. So we'll see what the next proceeding step is going to be. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I hope Emily, the law nerd, does look into this and break it down. I love her show. I get so much information from there. But anyway, I love you all. Happy holidays. I'll see you with my next episode. Take care, guys. Good evening, my Trues Clues aficionados. I hope you all are doing well out there tonight, taking care of yourself, looking out for each other. I did want to discuss with you a fairly recent Colorado crime that has taken place. It took place over the pandemic, so it's actually been a couple of years. They're still working it out right now there. You know how the law system works. So back on August the 13th, back in 2018, there was a teen who was accused of offing her 7-year-old nephew. And when asked why, I guess he had been begging her to play video games. And, sometimes children can be kind of nagging. And I guess it finally got to her and she exploded and she offed the young child. When she saw what she had done, I guess she struck him and he hit something and expired. She didn't know what to do. She probably freaked out and hit the body. There were some underlying reasons for this happening, as it always does. And she lives fairly close to my son and my grandchildren. They live within walking distance to the schools that they go to. And my granddaughter Liz actually went to the same school that this woman went to. And Jeannie Bunsen, 16, appeared in court for the first time Thursday morning back in August. She's charged as an adult with one count of first-degree offing of a person. According to the probable cause statement, she was in a room in the basement of the Montbello home she shared with the 7-year-old Jordan and his mother, who was only identified as being born in 1997. Police said that around noon, Jordan came down to her room and asked her to play video games. She told him she didn't want to. It kept up. They went, she lost her temper. She ended up acting on it. She put him under her bed, wrapped him in a blanket, placed him in one of the 2 portable closets in the room. Totally freaking out. I mean, the fact that she had enough wherewithal not only to hide the body, but to be with the body all the time, I could barely stand to be around it like that. I've been in funeral homes and stuff like that. You know what's going on in the hospitals. There's the, area there where they hold the bodies as well. Been through some of those areas. Not fun at all. Anyway, so the fact of the matter that she had the wherewithal or the mental capacity to do that is frightening to me. There was a little bit of past history going on with her. My granddaughter had acquaintance passing with her, knew of who she was, didn't really talk to her, but on Facebook, the more friends you have, the more you like it, because the more you get to see of what's going on in the hood. So she was friends with her. She had a boyfriend who was very famous on Facebook, used to do videos that everybody used to enjoy, I guess humorous, comedic kind of videos. Eventually they broke up, and because they were off again, on again, he would be with her, be with another girl. Eventually that became tiresome to her, I imagine, so she hooked up with somebody different. This girl that she was hooking up with, I guess they started fighting off and on as well. So they were fighting, thereby she was already ticked off and at the boiling point, probably, with the state her life was in at 16 years old, and proceeded to take her anger out on this child who'd come to her to play an entertaining video game. And I'm still in shock over the amount of anger that she displayed towards this young child, as well as the way that she reacted afterwards. So she should be heading to trial here pretty soon. But yeah, it was kind of a known thing that she was going out with this girl, and that maybe there may have been some issues in the relationship. I've heard from one other granddaughter, because I talked to 2 of them about what was going on. So I'll keep you posted on what happens there. It's just really sad that in an instant, in a moment, that your action can be so permanent, can be so life-changing. Sometimes in a positive way, sometimes in a very negative way. I don't know, guys. With that, love you guys. See you at the next episode. Good night.